we have here a box. And the box is from Sideshow.
Yay!
And what and what is in the box?
It's not a Swamp Thing figure.
It's not Swamp Thing? Well, no, not from Sideshow.
No.
This is obviously for you.
Yeah.
This is LPH's.
How is obviously?
Because it's from Sideshow.
What does that mean?
How come I'm opening it if it's yours?
Because you always open up all of my figures and statues or whatever. That's something you like to do, so I allow.
Oh, I like to do it?
So I allow.
I see. Paper?
Yeah, that's what they do.
Lots of paper. And then, gosh, if I can get it out, I'm going to have to dump it.
Okay. Not too hard.
No, of course not. Won't let go. There we are. ThreeZero Siege War on Cybertron Megatron.
Yep.
DLX.
Yes. From ThreeZero.
From ThreeZero.
And that completes for me the Transformers from ThreeZero. I have the Bumblebee, the Prime, and the Soundwave.
Yes.
And Megatron. So I was waiting on that, and they finally put it out, and it came in today. So I'm happy and excited about that. Megatron is one of my favorite characters. Soundwave and Megatron are one of my favorite characters
And of course,
from Transformers.
you know, those are her favorite Transformers, of course. So those are the ones that she's always interested in. She doesn't have to have all the Transformers. And there's a lot of them.
It's a lot. And you know, it's some of them, like I do like but I do like some of the other Starscream.
Yeah.
I do like that. But Jetfire is one. It's a few of them I do like. But to get it now, it's just really expensive, and I'm already trying to complete or fill out my Masters of the Universe, and that's expensive enough.
And we're going to go ahead and unbox this and test its articulation and everything. Give it a quick review. And is this one supposed to be die cast?
I doubt it. The rest of them ain't die cast.
Yeah, they are.
Piece of it die, you know,
Yeah,
it's kind of die cast.
Some is and some isn't. They can't do it all like 100% die cast.
Why not?
But they do. I don't know.
See?
But they do mix it up.
Yeah, they do more plastic than die cast.
Yeah, it's cheaper.
But they're going to adult collectors, and they know people will pay for it if they just do it. Because people want a good quality sound product. So if you do it right and you make it, you know, what it needs to be, people will put in that extra $2-3.
And that's a Velcro closure, by the way, not a magnetic one. Because some of these lids have magnets.
Yeah, but you got to go to the big boys for magnet.
ThreeZero's not big boys?
No.
And here's our Megatron. There's our second tray, the under tray, which has the mail-in form, the instructions, the stand, and then this piece. And
it has a warranty. All of that stuff have warranty.
Yes.
And I fill out every warranty I get. I fill it out and I send it back. So, you know.
Because that is important, because if you saw our last review where we had Soundwave, the Soundwave we received was actually missing a hand.
Yeah.
And we had to use the warranty to get it replaced. I'll go ahead and take this tray off. Creak, creak, creak. Come on. Let go.
And I did watch the first and second season of the War on Cybertron, or War for Cybertron trilogy. Yeah. And I think it's really good. I think it's well done. How they did that.
Yeah, that's plastic.
A nice mature theme.
Plastic.
Yeah, see, all that could have been die cast. Because that's what it should be. That's what it's supposed to be.
Megatron is very heavy, though.
Is he very die cast?
I think he feels like he's got mixed. I don't know. I'm feeling it, and
Yeah, you gotta tap it.
yeah, it doesn't feel like die cast, but he's heavy. He's a heavy figure.
I like how it's all kind of beat up looking. See,
Actually, this is.
Yeah, that's what you need to be die
His
cast.
feet are.
Not the whole thing. But
No,
anyway.
that's weird.
Yeah, it's
His feet are die cast, but the rest of them, yeah, the rest of him feels like it's all plastic, except for when you get down here, which I guess also helps to keep him balanced.
That's probably why. So you can stand up.
But we'll take a look here at the accessories. His gun, I'm not sure what this piece is. Several sets of hands. What looks like a giant sword. And I guess those other pieces must be the handle for it.
Yeah.
And we'll take a look at the instructions to make sure we're not screwing this up.
Yeah.
And I'll get the stand out for him. And they've got an odd stand. The way that it works is there's a bit that comes out of the back, usually, and the stand slides right into their back. And that's how they stand up. But we'll go ahead and test his articulation here really quickly, just to see how well he moves about.
Oh, that moves up.
Yeah, it's like a secondary joint. See? And he's made to look like the classic Megatron here.
Even though he transforms into a tank.
Yeah.
On the show.
On the show.
He transforms into the tank, not the gun like.
Not quite double jointed elbows, more like 3/4. But, you know, he's got that big bulky forearm. He's got this opening panel here over the hand. Not sure why that's there. This does not transform.
No, none of it does.
Because that panel makes it look like he should. And then you take the hand off, and I guess you would imagine that would close over it, but it doesn't do anything. So you saw how easily that came off. Could you see that? And
do it one more time so I can zoom, because I was looking at something else.
All right. I do like to.
Okay,
you know,
now
if there's
hold
a
on.
part-
Let me zoom. Okay, now.
So that didn't have
yeah,
too
that
much
popped right
difficulty
off.
coming off, and I can try putting another hand in real quick. Give him an open hand, perhaps. And that doesn't want to go in. Let's try that
You're
again.
kind of dangling them, ain't you?
Well,
Kind of holding them by one arm. Oh, that fits in tight.
yeah, it fits in very tight. That was not easy to get in there.
Are the fingers articulate?
No, they're rubbery though.
Oh, okay.
They're very rubbery. And there's your wrist articulation, limited again because of the bulkiness of this forearm.
And that little flap.
Let me see if there is a rotation at the top of the bicep. That is very tight though. And it looks like I'm being rough, but I'm really not. I am trying to be careful with these because I know how fragile they are. If you recall, when I was doing the review of the Optimus Prime, he had so many little flaps and such, it felt like he was just going to fall apart in my hands. It made me real nervous. So I guess if you can do that, you can kind of fold his hands in front of himself like that.
Yeah. I like the way that it looks dirty. It looks greasy and oily. He has scratches on him. See on the chest here. Let me zoom in a little bit. See, you got some scratches and dents on him, and other parts of the leg, which I'll show later, because your hands are on it. But I like that, and they did the same thing with the Soundwave and the Optimus Prime. So that was nice.
Head. Side to side is good. Up and down,
not so much.
pretty limited, and hardly any tilt. So it doesn't move very well that way.
No.
Side to side.
Okay.
That's your twist, and you see that his crotch piece opened up in order for him to do that. because it's a kind of an odd turn there.
Yeah. He doesn't crunch down? A little.
Just a little bit. You saw that? And there's like this accordion looking... Oh, here we go. Look at that.
There we go. Yeah.
That's actually quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised how well that opened up. But he does not go backwards that way.
Mm-hmm. That
Those panels open up also. That's going to be to accommodate the leg movement. These probably rise up as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, Megatron can do some real serious freaking splits. Look at that. Megatron's a dancer. Who knew?
Mm-hmm.
Forward, straight up, so he can kick Starscream straight in the butt. Backwards, not so much. Backwards is, let me see, about like right there.
Okay.
Twist at the top of the thigh. See?
Mm-hmm.
And that feels very tight. Knees,
Yeah,
about three-quarter bend.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to watch out because these panels will pop off if you're not careful. These displacement panels.
Mm-hmm.
So he can get that trick knee like, who was that used to do that? Ric Flair with the trick knee. That's interesting. The tire turns.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Calf movement, of course, there is none. So no turning.
Foot movement?
Foot movement. You see there's a separation there. It splits.
Yeah.
So he does have some fairly decent forward and arching capacity there. Side to side tilt, very limited, and turning about that much. Limitations on the turns. All right. He feels sturdier than the other one, so
He looks
I'll
more
give him
sturdy.
that. I'll give it that because, like I said, a couple of them. Bumblebee was very stiff and hard to work with, and then Optimus Prime felt like he was just going to fall apart. Starscream, not Starscream, Soundwave was better, and then he's pretty good. And I'm just looking at this catalog really quickly because I want to see where the panel is that comes out of his back for inserting the stand. And his eyes do light up. There is a panel that should open on the back of his head so that his eyes can light up. However, they do not provide batteries.
Okay, well, we're not going to worry about it.
Yeah, and that's, I know people say, oh, that's a hell of a thing to nitpick about, but most of these other companies typically do provide batteries, and I'm kind of surprised that ThreeZero doesn't. So at this time, we cannot test the light up feature on his eyes.
What's that?
The stand.
No, the big piece there. That's part of the stand? Or part of the base?
No, this is part of Megatron. I'm gonna look in the thing here in a minute to see what this actually goes to. It's a plastic piece. It's all plastic. There's a wheel in the center of it.
Is that part of... Because he transforms into a tank.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh, that looks like it goes on his back. Look at the
It
picture.
might.
See on the picture you could kind of see it sticking up a little bit.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there is a couple of panels. I don't know if I can, if it quite matches up, or how you're supposed to slide this on there.
We'll get that figured out and then
Yeah.
come back to it.
Yeah, I'll look at the instructions here in a minute. I just want to see where he's supposed to open up in the back to insert the grip, because this should go into his back somewhere, probably here. That panel might come off so that he can stand up with the stand, that is.
Yeah, because he actually stands up pretty good without the stand, unlike
yeah, on
the
his
others.
own, because again, the die cast is actually in his feet, and that keeps him from being top heavy.
Yeah.
Which is actually a good idea. Yeah, according to this, which it's not in English, but according to this piece should pop off. Oh, there we go, I got it.
Okay.
So that comes off, and then this
Snaps
inserts in there. So that inserts in here. He almost doesn't need it.
No, because he stands up so well. Well, let's just see for now, and then we'll see how he looks without it. I'll put that in first.
Yeah.
Snaps in. Push it back some, because it's kind of hanging over. The whole base. Push it back. Okay, yeah. No.
He's still not even touching the base, and it's on the lowest point. So I don't know why they
yeah, you
they
can
gave
see
him
it
such
kind
a
of
generic
hovering.
base. That's as low as it gets, and he's still not touching the floor.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of surprised that at how they did this base. It works for the other figures, but the Optimus Prime and the Soundwave are taller. Taller figures.
And Bumblebee didn't come with a base.
Didn't come with one. I mean, I can understand if you want to like make him up here doing something, but then
yeah,
the die
he falls
cast
over.
makes him unstable unless you're going to have him way up here.
No.
It doesn't make sense with this base.
We'll just use him with set him on the base without the stand.
Yeah, they kind of fumbled it with the base, I think.
Yeah.
So, but he can stand on it.
Yeah, he actually stands pretty good on his own. Again, unlike the others that was just falling over without the stand.
Taking a look at these accessories and seeing how to assemble the. Oh, that.
That lights up too. Look like in the picture it lights up.
Does it?
Look at the picture. See how it's all lit up?
Yeah, but there's
nothing in there to light up?
There's nothing in here.
Oh.
It's just a hollow plastic piece.
Oh.
I don't see anything down that barrel.
Well, maybe not. Maybe they just made it look like that on the picture.
Perhaps.
To give you some hope.
And then this sword, but it also comes out like a cannon.
It's pretty big. Okay.
And see how to attach that back piece. There's no instruction in here on how to attach that, but it's obviously on his back. So I'm not sure how it's supposed to attach.
But we will figure it out.
Yeah, I guess we'll figure it out. Thanks, guys.
I want the gun on.
Okay. There we go.
You see how it's done?
Yeah, I figured something out.
Okay.
I guess this comes out. This is a die-cast piece,
Mm-hmm.
and it extends forward. It would be nice if it was in the instructions, but what do I know? And then those slide into these holes on the top, like that.
Mm-hmm. And it
And then
snaps in.
you can press it in, and now he's got like his backpack or
Yes.
jetpack or whatever that's supposed to be. He's got it now. The cannon. Oh, because it's, I guess the I don't know how that's supposed to attach.
How it look on? It's on the side on the picture.
It looks like, I see. That comes out.
Do that again so I can zoom
See.
in so people can see.
All right.
Okay.
This comes out, the trigger,
Yeah.
and then there's this other piece. I guess that's what this is. There's a plug.
Mm-hmm.
And you put the plug in after you've removed the trigger, and then that fits onto the forearm
Like that.
like that.
Like so.
It's too bad he doesn't have a pointing finger. He does not have a pointing hand at all, because that would be great right there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that he could be pointing with the. Wow, that is tough to get on.
Probably because you got the gun on.
No, I had trouble with the other hand, remember?
Oh, yeah, you did.
The hand that it comes with pops in and out, but these other hands are difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sword, and I guess, yeah, so that comes out just like the other one.
Mm-hmm.
You can unplug the handle there,
Mm-hmm.
and then interchange different grips.
Okay.
So that's a different handle with a nub on the bottom, and then this piece, I'm not sure what that one is for, maybe to attach somewhere else, because this looks like it goes in here if you wanted that attached to his arm. I don't know if that's too much.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's an accessory.
Yeah.
So, and they always give you like a lot.
So you can give him the sword if you wanted him to hold the sword or not, or if that's too much. I think this is also supposed to light up on his chest.
Lights up on the picture.
Yeah, but of course there's no batteries. And I don't know where else to put that sword. Or if you want, I don't know what hands you want, or
No, that's fine. I
like
want
that.
a closed fist
On which hand?
on the gun hand.
Okay.
And then I want his arms by his side, and then that'll be it.
So the fist he came with.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh,
that just keeps falling off. Yeah, it does.
Once you get it set, though, it'll be all right
Yeah, I
because we're not going to be
suppose.
messing with it.
And this hand,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll put it down. I don't need that.
and the sword,
You're going to just set it in front of it.
you want to just lay it down,
Yep.
and that's
Yeah,
all you're
like
going to
that.
do?
Mm-hmm.
That's all she's going to do.
Yeah, I don't need to do nothing else.
Well, what do you think?
Again, I like the overall look. I like that it looks dirty, it looks oily, it has stains, it has scratches and dents on it. I like how the black parts look weathered and worn. It doesn't look brand new and shiny. I like that it stands up on its own.
Yeah.
Unlike the other, Bumblebee didn't stand up at all.
No.
We had to lean him up.
Bumblebee had a lot of problems.
Yeah, and he didn't come with a stand. Optimus Prime didn't stand, and Soundwave didn't stand well. I didn't like how the stand doesn't fit, although he doesn't need to stand because he stands up on his own. I wish the whole thing was die cast. These companies are pushing things towards adult collectors. You're already charging a lot of money. Make it more of a quality piece and not so much cheap plastic parts. If it's supposed to be a metal object, make it die cast. If people want it, they're going to buy it. If they don't want it, they're not going to buy it. Because if they don't want it anyway, they're not going to buy it.
Yeah.
You know. So, you know, I know Prime 1 makes stuff like that, but everybody can't afford it. This is an action figure. Prime 1 is a
Statues.
statue. So you have that. But overall, I do like it. I don't do a lot with my figures anyway.
Yeah.
So he gonna go in his spot and he gonna stand there. And the only time he'll get moved is when it's time to dust it. But overall, I like the look. I think it fits in well. I'm a fan of Megatron. He's one of my favorite villains. So I think it fits in well. I like the artwork on the box. I wish it came with batteries. I see that the eyes light up, but on the picture it's showing more light up parts that I don't think actually lights up. Like that gun on the picture is lit up.
If the gun could light up.
And that piece on the chest is lit up on the picture.
Yeah, and I think this does, but it looks like it's fiber optic in there.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we don't have the batteries to test it. There's no batteries.
Yeah, and but I'm not too concerned about that because how often are you really going to turn this stuff on?
Sure.
You know, the battery will sit there and corrode.
I take it as a courtesy because you know, if you get Mezco, Hot Toys, any of the other companies usually provide batteries.
Yeah.
Because they don't cost much where they're getting them. So as just as a courtesy, I'd like to see batteries. The articulation isn't bad. It didn't feel as fragile as some of the other ones I've worked with from ThreeZero, some of the other Transformers. Let me think. Again, these panels here around the crotch did feel a little flimsy because they're made to hinge, but the hinges are really tiny, so you have to be careful. I had these falling off on Optimus when I was trying to test his articulation, but otherwise he's nice and tight, and his articulation isn't too bad. Again, it would be nice if the gun lit up, and the gun, it's just a hollow piece of plastic, and it was already starting to come loose, just me touching it there.
Yeah, and
that plug, it doesn't fit well for putting it on his arm.
Yeah, everything else is tight. I wish the plug on the gun was a little tighter, just so if you are the type that like the pulls and mess with stuff, it won't fall off on you. But again, my overall, I do like the way they make it look used and weathered and beaten, not brand new and shiny. I really like that aspect.
Another thing I would have liked to have seen is a second head sculpt for Megatron.
Oh, okay.
like a smile. You know, he would get that like smirk that he had sometimes, where he felt like he was going to get over, and I like that look for him instead of the blank expression face that they have on here. I would have liked to have seen a second head sculpt with a smile. That's just, you know, my personal take on it.
Yeah. But anything else?
No, I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
So, or you know what we could do also real quick.
Oh yeah,
here?
let's get it
Just
measured
get a
for everyone.
measurement of him, and he is exactly 10 inches tall.
Is that from foot to head or from the bottom of the base?
From the foot
Okay.
to the top of the head. Well, maybe a hair over, because he's got that little
Yeah.
top of the dome there, so maybe 10 1/4.
What about width from the end of the gun to his arm there? Look like about 8 inches wide.
Yeah, 7.5.
Okay.
All right. So there's your measurements. Give you an idea of what you're dealing with, and you know, maybe we can
Get him put
grab.
in. Well, let's
Well,
look
we can
over.
set him down here with
Yeah.
the others, and you can see how he measures up between the Optimus and Soundwave. And again, you know, they look great.
Move that Christmas ornament and push him all the way back if you
Yeah,
can.
just give me a second here.
Yeah, I have to put the Christmas ornament someplace else.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
see, now we got to
yeah.
do some
We have
wiggling.
a problem now because his the bases are so wide that
Yeah.
they won't accommodate each other on this shelf.
Okay. Well, that's all right. He's in there right for now. Well, yeah.
He's not using the base. I know. Now we're getting weird.
Yeah. Well, take the base out altogether, and well, now he real short. But that's what he looks like. We're gonna figure it out.
And Soundwave is bigger than the Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
By the way, and that's kind of weird too.
He's also not. Soundwave is not standing flat on that stand because the stand
No.
is all weird.
Yeah, he couldn't. The stand didn't accommodate him very well either.
Yeah. Put the knife, the sword. Yeah.
And we'll figure out how to work the stand in there later.
Yeah,
And then-
we'll come down here.
And here's the world's most awkward Bumblebee here, which they have him super articulated and fantastic poses in the photos, but try
He's
getting
not.
him in those poses without him falling apart.
Yeah, he can't even stand. He's leaning.
Yeah.
You know. But this is my little 3.0 transformer. And if they came out with a star screen, maybe. But for right now, I'm good. My little section, my little thing is complete.
Yeah.
You know, because these are the 4 characters that I really like. And these are the 4 that I really wanted. So I'm happy with it.
And that's what counts in the end.
That's all that matters.